Hello, my name is Ainsley Green, and I have the pleasure of directing school partnerships on behalf of Spark Business Academy. In this brief video, I'm just going to share a little bit of information on Spark Business Academy, the logistics of our programming, along with what it is like partnering with us. So we can get into it. Spark Business Academy, we were founded about 10 years ago in Arlington, Virginia. We partner with a few hundred schools in the greater DC metropolitan area. And our mission that I so stand behind is that we really prioritize key entrepreneurial and financial literacy education for students K through 12. So logistically speaking, the way that we organize our programs is that we've got a few large auxiliary seasons where we're hosting programming during the fall, winter, and spring. And these sessions will run one time per week after school for a session of, say, 8 to 10, sometimes the whole semester. 8 to 10 weeks or the whole semester, where we're offering maybe a K through 2 offering at a school. Like My First Lemonade Stand is a wonderful overview of entrepreneurship, computational skills, business strategy, and the students culminate the program hosting the lemonade stand and donating to a charity of their choice, which is so cool. In addition to that, we also will do a grades 3 through 5 offering where we'll typically recommend a program like Budding Entrepreneurs or Junior CEOs. Budding Entrepreneurs is more autonomous entrepreneurship for our slightly older students. So they'll be working on business cards, their business pitch, learning a little bit about SWOT analysis. Junior CEOs is a little bit of a different perspective, where the students will be doing fun strategic consulting of how they would revamp a company of their choice to see how it can best fit the needs of consumers and just the changing times. In addition to that, we've got some phenomenal offerings for grades 6 through 8. One that I will always recommend is Future MBAs, just because it gets into a little bit of all the sweet stuff when it comes to general financial literacy, setting financial goals, budgeting, but also investing, looking into various careers, and then a little bit on leadership and just being introspective about the strengths and the weaknesses of our students and what they're most interested in, because it is not my expectation that all students coming into our program will, say, be great at math and be wonderful with their leadership skills. So it's really just such a profound opportunity for the students to learn that whatever their unique habits and interests are can be funneled into a really cool and sometimes very successful business. So we really try to empower our students with that discipline in learning those key entrepreneurial habits. Is not something that typically happens overnight. It's really a process of growth. In addition to that, we've got debate club, we offer chess club, we've got young diplomats for our youngest learners. A few new offerings that I really love. My First Food Truck is another entrepreneurial program, but it's obviously geared to like the food theme. So COVID permitting, like we want the students to come and bring in food, do taste tests, create their menus. We also really love organizing wonderful events with guest speakers. So at one of our partner schools, we organized a food truck owner to come in and do a Q&A session with the students and talk to them about their process starting their business. So being able to bring in those wonderful guest speakers from entrepreneurship, from finance, from all of these different fields is just invaluable to our students, because I think of myself and getting into investing, it was only because I had family members who were in it that I was able to be exposed to that from a young age. So we really love to make it accessible for the students. So again, we've got our auxiliary programming. This runs for 8 weeks. We run this during the fall, during the winter, and during the spring. And we really cater this to the needs of the community or to the partner school that we're working with. They really will sort of set the terms of what they think will just be best suited to their community, which is totally fine by me. We're glad to cater to the needs of our partners. In addition to that, and even more exciting, is our summer season is huge and growing. For the last few years, it seems like the amount of summer programming that we've offered has doubled. Last year, we ran about 300 programs. And this summer, it looks like we've got about 600 camps scheduled. So we're super excited about this. The summer programming is structured a little bit differently from the after school. The summer programming is typically a week long, sometimes 2 weeks long, and will extend from 9 until noon or 9 until 3 or 4. Sometimes the time changes a little bit based on our partner school, but that seems to be like the general consensus across a lot of our partners. So that is just a little bit about our programming and what we offer. As we've grown, I've seen that I guess the outreach to me to organize the partnerships has shifted, where we've got more schools reaching out to us. Partnering with Silicon Valley has really been so much fun, just a great community to get into. We've got a new sort of hotbed of wonderful partners in Dallas and Austin, which have been cultivated over the last couple years that I've really enjoyed fostering those partnerships. We're working with Hockaday, with Parish Episcopal, have been fabulous partners. In addition to that, I do also want to speak just a little bit to the caliber of our instructors, because I think they are they're just a huge testament to the success of Spark, along with our internal team. Our instructors, it's been humbling for me getting to know them and work with them the last few years, just because they so stand behind the mission of Spark. They're so creative in their approach to education. They really want to make this accessible and fun for their learners, and they take so much ownership. So they'll be telling me like, oh, can I do this for the students? Or I want to make this slight adaptation. And it's just really nice to see that ownership from them, just to see how much they love working with the students and making this so fun and meaningful to them. In that, like, after summer programming, we'll receive feedback from parents saying like, my child will not stop talking about their business ideas, and so on and so forth. It's just the greatest news that we can hear. And just to speak to our instructors and why they're so successful, is that we really have a very robust vetting and training for our teachers, but we also look for wonderful individuals who come from backgrounds in finance, in entrepreneurship, or people just wonderful educators who have the longevity in the field, just because we've seen with COVID that it's been a very trying and pressing time being able to meet the needs of students, just because it's been pretty difficult the last couple of years. So I think that also speaks to the caliber of Spark, is that we offered programming to thousands of students online, and we're very easily able to make that transition. But we're so happy to be back in person, and to see the restrictions and the mandates being lifted has been nice after this time. So we've got wonderful instructors. And then the final thing that I will leave you with is just that in addition to scheduling or just really driving the school partnerships, I also drive the teacher partnerships as well, which means that teachers who are interested in working with us and they really love our programming, if they connect with me and they say, oh, these are the programs I'm interested in running, this is my schedule, they'll connect with me, and then I will go to the principal or to the PTA and say, hey, I connected with your wonderful instructor. I'd love to offer this programming to your school. And in running that wonderful partnership, we just see so many benefits, because the teachers know the students, they know the community, they know the protocol, so on and so forth. And it really is just very sustainable for us, because the teachers already at the school and they love it. It's a great opportunity for them. It's a great professional development opportunity for them. And we also donate some proceeds back to the school. So that is a wonderful overview of Spark. I know it's a lot of information. So if you are interested in partnering with us, whether you are a public rec department, or you are an independent school, a public school, a homeschooling co-op, or even a parent with a couple kids who would like to take our programs, I am more than happy to organize it with you. So you know where to find me, or the CEO, Mr. Arvelo. So we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much.